In my previous class, I was illustrating details about human genetics, particularly genetic disorders in human, where I said the genetic disorders in human are broadly categorized into two categories. One, gene disorders, also called Mendelian disorders. Second, chromosomal disorders. Last time, I did complete an account on gene disorders or Mendelian disorders. Now, another category of genetic disorders here is chromosomal disorders. These are the genetic disorders in human caused due to chromosomal defects, chromosomal abnormalities. Now, chromosomal disorders in human include several disorders, and here we shall study 4 specific chromosomal disorders in human. And these chromosomal disorders in human, they include 1, autosomal disorders, and second, sex chromosomal disorders or allosomal disorders. Now, in autosomal disorders, let me attend 2 specific disorders here. One, Down syndrome, and another Cray-Duchardt syndrome. Under sex chromosomal disorders, we learn 2 disorders here. One, Klinefelter syndrome, and another Turner syndrome. So, totally, let me explain here 4 chromosomal disorders in human. 1, Down syndrome and Cray-Duchardt syndrome, they refer to the autosomal disorders, and Klinefelter syndrome and Turner syndrome, they are caused due to sex chromosomal disorders. Now, first one, Down syndrome. Now, this Down syndrome, it was first reported by Langdon Down. This syndrome, it has been first reported by Langdon Down, and hence the syndrome has been named after him. That is Down syndrome. Now, Down syndrome, it is caused due to trisomy 21. Down syndrome is caused due to trisomy 21. That is 21st chromosome there are 3 copies. Instead of usual 2 copies, there are 3 copies of 21st chromosome. So, this syndrome is also called trisomy 21. So, the chromosome number here is 46 plus 1, so 47. So, this is one extra chromosome, that is 21st chromosome is present in 3 copies, that is trisomy 21. So, this is an aneuploidy, changes in the number of individual chromosomes. So, one chromosome here is extra, that is 21st chromosome. So, this Down syndrome, it is an example for autosomal hyperaneuploidy. The aneuploidy I said before, it is the change in the chromosome number in terms of individual chromosomes. So, it is a chromosomal abnormality, genomatic mutation. So, here this is caused due to 3 copies of 21st chromosome. So, the chromosome number in an individual suffering with Down syndrome is 47. 46, the diploid number, 1 chromosome extra, that is 21st chromosome, 1 autosome is extra. So, ultimately it is 47. So, this is an example for autosomal hyperaneuploidy. Now, such a child is born when an unusual egg is fertilized by the normal sperm. Now, here the egg, it has 24 chromosomes. So, instead of 23 chromosomes, it has 24 chromosomes, that is 21st chromosome is present in pair. So, this 21st pair, during ovogenesis or oogenesis, the 21st pair comprising 2 chromosomes, they do not show segregation or separation. So, this pair of chromosomes, 21st pair of chromosomes, it shows a non-disjunction. So, non-disjunction of non-disjunction of 21st pair, non-separation of 21st pair occurs during first meiotic anaphase. So, as a result here, the egg will have usual 23 chromosomes and 21st chromosome, 1 chromosome is extra. So, here the egg carries 24 chromosomes instead of 23 chromosomes, and when this is fertilized by the sperm, so the sperm will have 23 chromosomes, 24 plus 23, so this becomes 47. So, this is how the Down syndrome is being caused. Now, it has been reported that such baby affected with Down syndrome, generally born to mothers of higher age, that is mothers of 45 to 50 years of age, they have the chance of delivering a baby affected by Down syndrome. Now, some of the characteristic features of Down syndrome. Now, an individual affected with Down syndrome show the following features. One, round face with prominent forehead. Round face with prominent forehead. Second, flattened nose bridge. Flattened nose bridge. Habitually opened mouth. Mouth will be almost always opened. Projecting lower lip. Projecting lower lip with large protruding tongue. So lower lip will be projecting and there will be a large protruding tongue. Skin folds at the corners of eyes. Skin folds at the corners of the eyes, and this is called epicanthus. So remember this epicanthus, a salient feature of individuals suffering with Down syndrome. So what is epicanthus? Skin folds at the corner of the eyes called epicanthus, and this gives slanting look to the eyes, resembling the mongoloid race. Hence, Down syndrome. Down syndrome is also called Mongolism or Mongolian idiocy. So Down syndrome is also called Mongolism or Mongolian idiocy. So why Down syndrome is called Mongolism or Mongolian idiocy? Because of superficial resemblance with the Mongoloid race, because here the eyes show slanted look. Wide gap separates first and second toes. First and second toes in the feet. Now one more. developmental milestones. Developmental milestones like sitting, developmental milestones during childhood, developmental milestones during childhood or developmental milestones among children like sitting, standing, walking are delayed. They occur slowly. Low intelligence, sexual maturity, is rarely attained. Sexual maturity is rarely attained. And one more here is disorders in heart, kidney and vision. So there will be disorders in the heart, kidney and vision. Now these are the features of an individual suffering with this chromosome disorder called Down syndrome. So this is one chromosomal disorder in human caused due to trisomy 21. 21st chromosome is present in 3 copies. The another chromosomal disorder is Cray-Duchardt syndrome. Cray-Duchardt syndrome. Now, Cray-Duchardt in French language, in French literature, Cray-Duchardt means cat cry. Cray-Duchardt in French language, it means cat cry. Hence, Cray-Duchardt syndrome is also called cat cry syndrome. This is also called cat cry syndrome. Now this Cray-Duchardt syndrome or cat cry syndrome, it is caused due to deletion or loss of a part of short arm, loss of deletion of a part of short arm of chromosome 5. So this is also an autosomal abnormality. This is also an autosomal defect, disorder. So this is caused due to deletion or loss of a part of short arm of chromosome 5, and hence this Cray-Duchat syndrome or cat-cry syndrome is also called, this is also called a 5p syndrome. This is also called 5p syndrome. 5 refers to the chromosome 5. P, it refers to the short arm of the 5 chromosome, and a part of this short arm of the chromosome 5, it has been deleted or lost, and hence this is also called 5p syndrome. Now this Cray-Duchat syndrome, it is an example for partial monosomy. This is an example for partial monosomy. Now I told you before, monosomy is an aneuploid condition where one chromosome is lost from the diploid number. But here, one complete chromosome has not been lost, but one chromosome has been partially deleted, lost, and hence it may be given as, it stands as an example for partial autosomal partial monosomy. Now this type of syndrome is very rare. This type of syndrome is very rare. Now the features of this syndrome are: 1, see, abnormal larynx. Larynx, commonly called the sound box. Now this larynx, it is abnormal, producing high-pitched voice, resembling cat cry, mewing of a cat, and hence the common name cat cry syndrome. So common name for Cray-Duchat syndrome is, it is cat cry syndrome. Small head. So head is small, and this is called microcephaly. Microcephaly. Cephalus means head, micro small. So small head. This small head with widely parted eyes. Eyes are widely separated. Mentally retarded. So there is a mental retardation. Now these are some of the features of Cry-do-chat syndrome. Now another chromosomal disorder or defect is Klinefelter syndrome. Klinefelter syndrome. Now, Klinefelter syndrome, this was first reported by Harry F. Klinefelter. Harry F. Klinefelter, a US physician, Harry F. Klinefelter, he has first reported this chromosomal disorder, and hence it has been named after him, that is Klinefelter's syndrome. Now this Klinefelter syndrome, it is caused due to one extra sex chromosome, XXY. XXY, this is the sex chromosomal number. So there are 3 sex chromosomes apart from the usual 44 chromosomes. So total number of chromosomes here, it is 47. Just like in Down syndrome, this here also the total number of chromosomes is 47, but here the sex chromosomes are in 3 copies. So hence this is a sex chromosomal trisomy. This is an example for sex chromosomal trisomy. So this is allosomal hyperaneuploidy. So this is a sex chromosomal hyperaneuploidy, but Down syndrome is an autosomal hyperaneuploidy, but this is a sex chromosomal hyperaneuploidy. Now such individuals are being born when unusual egg with 2 X chromosomes being fertilized by a normal sperm with Y chromosome, or an egg with only 1 X chromosome fertilized by an unusual sperm with X and Y chromosome, such individuals are being born. So Klinefelter syndrome child is born when one unusual X chromosome, unusual egg with 2 X chromosomes, so that these 2 X chromosomes, they show non-disjunction, and the egg will have 24 chromosomes, and that will be fertilized by this type of sperm carrying Y chromosome. The individual will have 2X and Y chromosome. Or egg, normal egg with only 1 X chromosome fertilized by a sperm having X and Y chromosomes which have not been separated. So in that case, here the egg will be normal, but sperm will be abnormal, unusual, with 1 extra chromosome. So usually the sperm will have either the X chromosome or the Y chromosome, not both. But here the sperm has been produced with both the X and Y chromosomes. So sperm will have 24 chromosomes and egg will have 23 chromosomes. And when they undergo fertilization, this type of individual, namely individual suffering with the Klinefelter syndrome, is being produced. Now, such individuals, these individuals are males. So, individuals suffering with Klinefelter syndrome, they are males, but they carry few features of females. So, they are actually males, but they have female features. The individual suffering with Klinefelter syndrome, they show following features. One, long arms and legs, large hands and feet, very much like the male. But they have certain feminine features of females, such as enlarged breast. Enlarged breast, this is called gynecomastia. So remember this, gynecomastia means enlarged breast, a female feature that is found here. Sexually underdeveloped with rudimentary testes. The male gonads are not being developed, and these individuals, I said, they are actually males with some of the female features, but they are sterile. They are non-reproductive. They are sterile and mentally defective. Sterile and mentally defective. So that is Klinefelter syndrome. Now one more chromosomal disorder is Turner syndrome. Turner's syndrome. Now this type of chromosomal disorder, this type of syndrome, it was first reported by Henry H. Turner. So Henry H. Turner, he has first reported this syndrome. The Henry H. Turner, a US endocrinologist, Henry H. Turner, he has first reported this chromosomal disorder in human, and hence it has been named after him as Turner syndrome. So most of these chromosomal disorders, they have been named, nominated after the persons who have first reported. So as in the case of Down syndrome, Klinefelter syndrome, here also Turner syndrome, it is after the person who has first reported. Now Turner syndrome, it is caused due to only one sex chromosome, that is X chromosome. So along with the single X chromosome, the individual possesses the usual normal 44 autosomes. But here, in addition to the 44 autosomes, as far as the sex chromosomes are concerned, here the sex chromosome, they are not present in pair, but there is only one sex chromosome, that is X chromosome, and the other sex chromosome, its counterpart, it is lacking, absent. So 44 autosomes and only one X chromosome, XO. So here the total number is 45. So not 46, but one sex chromosome is missing here. So this is only 45. So this Turner syndrome, hence it is a sex chromosomal hypoaneuploidy. So less, one chromosome less from the diploid number. So this is a sex chromosomal monosomy. Now this is a sex chromosomal trisomy, but this is a sex chromosomal monosomy. This is autosomal trisomy. This is a partial monosomy, autosomal partial monosomy, and this is sex chromosomal trisomy, and this is sex chromosomal monosomy. One sex chromosome is missing here. Now, the individual suffering with Turner syndrome, individuals suffering with Turner syndrome show the following features, symptoms. So these individuals they are sterile females. So such type of individuals are common. Actually, they are females, but sterile. So Turner syndrome, individuals suffering with Turner syndrome, they are sterile females, and they have short stature. They have short stature. Webbed neck. So in the neck, there is a loose hanging of skin. So this is what is called the webbed neck. Now here the individual has what is called the broad chest. Chest is broad. This broad chest is also called the pigeon chest. They have broad chest or pigeon chest. Chest is very broad because this is due to underdeveloped. This is due to underdeveloped breast. Breasts are underdeveloped, and intelligence is abnormal. intelligence is abnormal. So these are the features of individuals suffering with Turner syndrome. So these are some familiar chromosomal disorders in human. So I have explained here 4 familiar chromosomal disorders in human: Down syndrome, Cry-Du-Chart syndrome, Klinefelter syndrome, and Turner syndrome. So earlier 2, they are the autosomal disorders, and the later 2, they are the sex chromosomal disorders. Now this completes one chapter in genetics, that is principles of inheritance and variation. And in another chapter in the genetics that we can commence in the next section. At the end of this chapter, in your NCERT book or in any reference books that you have, at the end of this chapter you have an exercise. So you go through the exercise and be familiar with the questions that are present there and find out the answer for them. And apart from that, see, in several reference books, apart from the questions that you find in the exercise of the NCERT book, in several reference books they have framed many questions: 1 mark question, 2 mark question, 4 mark question, and 5 mark question. So it is better on your part to go through all those exercises. But certainly you will be able to answer to all the questions that you find there, because I have given an elaborate account on the different topics of this particular chapter on principles of inheritance and variation, and be familiar with all the things, particularly based on these different topics here. There may be several problems also. So in genetics you come across different problems where often the given data will have reference to the type of the parents they have, and they will ask you to find out what will be the type of the children they can have. So they give the parents phenotype and ask you to find out their genotype and the subsequent progeny, that is F1 progeny and F2 progeny, and what is the ratio. So several problems you will come across based on these different topics in genetics. So it is better on your part to go through all these exercises and be familiar with all these different topics that has been attended hitherto. So we shall meet again and learn about another chapter in genetics.